any feelings or thoughts hit you as you pulled up and got here for the first time and started walking around?
I always love coming back. It's fun. It's obviously fun to go to the games, but to come in here after playing here so long ago and feel like you're welcome back is always such a nice feeling, and the games are exciting. And, I'm always a little jealous of these guys with all the video and the music playing. We just had the band, and the band did a great job, but the production is a lot more fun now, so it's always fun to come back.
One game I've obviously heard you talk about is the Dick Vitale game, but is there a game that you look back on with great memories or emotions or feelings?
Oh man, I mean, it seems like every single one of those games at some point we hit a run where the place was just nuts. I mean, it's just such a blessing to be able to play here. Top of my head, that Texas game was a big game. We had lost 2 in a row, and it seemed like a really big deal at that time to not lose 3 in a row. That's the one in this building that probably pops out the most. But man, we had a lot of great times. Winning at Missouri was great to win the league. I think my junior year, go 16-0, and a lot of good tournament games. So no, I always feel just so fortunate to have had all those memories.
Nick, how different is it to come back for a regular season game, watch a game, and then to come back for something like this with all the history, all the eras, all that?
It's a lot of fun. This is my first time coming to one of these reunions. I was playing, I think, 5 years ago. But it's great to see everybody. I mean, I wish we were all better at keeping in touch. Sometimes you lose track of some people, and then you see them at something like this, and you catch up and talk about the good old days. It's a lot of fun.
Do you stay in touch with Coach Williams?
Yeah, I just saw him when he was in Kansas City for the Hall of Fame thing. I'm not sure exactly what they call that, but saw him then. Went to see him the next morning. It's great to see him, and as always, and we stay in touch. And it's just always special if you can see him, because it's time flies. It's harder to stay in touch these days.
How did he touch your life, both as a basketball player and as a person?
Coach was incredibly important to me. I had such a great experience playing here. I think, for me, going from a high school kid to playing in college, I just learned a lot about taking responsibility and stepping up, and he'll hold yourself accountable, because Coach was always going to hold you accountable. And learned a lot basketball-wise, a lot of the fundamentals. And my habits, I would say my habits were good because of doing it day after day. And his system was really good on how to teach a young player the right way to play, and I think that helped me a lot in my pro career because I had really good habits coming in.
Last year's title game, what did you think?
It was a lot of fun. It's kind of a whirlwind, walking in there with all those people. It was just, overstimulation in a way. But then when we got to our seats and was sitting with a lot of the guys, it was another kind of reunion. Good to see everybody, and the game was crazy. Obviously, down big early, and it was just like, I'm happy I made it to see everybody, and then we were able to come back and actually win the game. And we were, I have this Aura Ring thing that tracks my sleep, and at the end of the year, it tells you your best day and your worst day. That was my absolute worst day. We didn't get to sleep till probably 4 or 5 a.m. hanging out after. It was just a great night. It was kind of unplanned. I decided to go a couple days before, but it was a lot of fun.
You know the NBA as well as anybody. Is being a coach or GM in your future?
I enjoy what I'm doing now. I work for the Thunder now in the front office, doing a few different things, but focusing a lot on scouting players for the draft. So it's been fun to reconnect with the college game a bit and come to some of these places, and I really enjoy it. I think for me, it's a great opportunity to learn, and who knows, what I'll want to do in the future. But for now, it's great, and they've been great to me. It's a great place. Like I said, great place to learn, and I feel like I'm still part of the organization, which is really cool after all these years.
When you were here, you obviously were aware of the tradition and the history and all that goes into Kansas basketball. As you get older and you do come to things like this, does that, I hate to say mean more, but
It does.
that's the way to put it.
Yeah, it definitely does mean more. I think, when you're young, you're just unable to have enough perspective to appreciate things like we all are. I think, that was a big part of why I like Kansas. It was just so cool to come to the games and the tradition and stuff. But I just think when you're a kid, you can't fully appreciate it. And so, with more time, it becomes even more fun. I appreciate it even more coming back.
Andy, can you finish the statement? Kansas basketball is.
Oh man, Kansas basketball is a privilege if you get to be a part of it. It's a privilege to be a part of it, and you know, it'll always be some of the best years of my life, and just a highlight of my life, and just so happy I was able to have that experience playing here.